This video is sponsored by ProWritingAid. More about them later in the video. I had 10 days, 2 books, and 1 impossible deadline. Both titles were 5 years old and long overdue for an update. I had a hard stop on the calendar and no one to blame but myself. Between poor planning, procrastination, and my ego believing I could handle it, I had some hard lessons ahead of me. I thought I'd breeze through a couple of revisions and cross the finish line with time to spare. What I got instead was a crash course in stress management and spinal endurance. Every hour blurred into the next. Meals, sleep, and personal time gone. All sacrificed at the altar of the editing gods. Did I make it? Could I pull off 2 complete overhauls in less than 2 weeks? Most sane authors would say, hell no. Me? Psh, come on, man. I asked why not and how can I? Let's talk about how I put my skills and my sanity to the test recently. Every author hits this wall eventually. You tell yourself it's just a few small revisions, maybe a polish or a new chapter, and before long you're buried in a full rewrite wondering what the heck happened. Editing can feel like an endless loop of doubt and discovery, and the more you grow as a writer, the more your old work demands attention. The process stays the same, but your preparation makes all the difference, as you'll soon find out. Now, if you've ever stared down a deadline and thought, I'll just handle it later, this story's for you. Later always shows up faster than you'd expect. Believe me. When I began editing marketing and promotion for authors, I expected a quick win. The book had already picked up 4 awards between 2020 and 2021, received positive feedback, and built a solid reputation with readers. I assumed a few updates and edits would get it ready for release. That illusion disappeared fast once I opened that book. My writing had evolved over the last 5 years, and the book no longer reflected that growth. My editor and writing mentor, Jeannie DeVita, had trained me to focus on clarity, structure, and rhythm. Reading that old edition felt like stepping back into a version of my writing that no longer matched the standard I hold today. The structure felt loose, transitions wandered, and some sections repeated ideas I could now express more clearly. I made a hard choice. The manuscript started at 42,000 words. I stripped it down to just the introduction and conclusion, then rebuilt the book from the ground up in 4 days. Now, when I finished, it came in around 41,000 words. That rewrite nearly broke me, but another book was still waiting, so I couldn't even take a break. Now, after completing the new draft, I ran a full pass through ProWritingAid's real-time report using the general nonfiction setting. More than 1,000 issues appeared, most related to passive voice, wrong word choice, and improper sentence structure. I spent 11.5 hours working through each one, deciding what to fix and what to leave based on my voice and intent. And when I finished that pass, the writing felt sharper and cleaner. After that, I ran a full text-to-speech read-through. Now, I do this with every book to hear how the language flows. Hearing the manuscript exposes like pacing issues and transition gaps that I'd miss in silently reading it. That step required 16.5 hours because I went deep into my edits. But it helped me identify several awkward phrasing choices and uneven pacing in longer paragraphs. Now, normally, I would send the manuscript straight to my editor at that point, but the deadline was closing fast, and before handing it off, I decided to run ProWritingAid's manuscript analysis report to see how the book measured up. Now, the summary praised the overall organization and clarity, noting that the sentence variety and readability were strong for nonfiction. It also recognized steady tone control across chapters and solid transitions between key topics. Now, under major concerns, the report identified repetition in transitional phrasing and occasional sections where pacing slowed during heavier explanations. It also pointed out a few paragraphs that relied too heavily on similar sentence openings. Real quick side note, the manuscript analysis and virtual beta reader reports I'm going to be talking about are primarily geared towards fiction, but works for both nonfiction and fiction. After that, I did one final cleanup pass before I sent the book over to Jeannie. Her feedback came back fast and accurate. She pinpointed structural weaknesses, flagged a few places where I repeated myself, and highlighted areas that needed expanding or refining. Now, working through her comments took another 8.5 hours. Once I finished, the book had a better flow and stronger transitions. Now, before moving on, I ran another ProWritingAid real-time report. Now, this time it showed fewer than 200 suggestions. Most were style preferences or minor grammar corrections. That pass took about 30 minutes. Then came the new feature I wanted to test out, the virtual beta reader report. Now, it measures tone, clarity, pacing, and reader engagement. The analysis highlighted a few minor pacing dips in longer sections about advertising budgets and suggested smoothing out transitions between examples. Now, under major concerns, it noted a small tendency toward repetitive phrasing and technical explanations. That tracks. That's how I do it. The report also confirmed that the tone stayed consistent, approachable, and confident, which matched how I want my books to read. I had made those adjustments in about 30 minutes, reread those chapters, and finalized the draft. When I added everything up, I had spent 55 hours editing marketing and promotion for authors. That total does not include the complete rewrite. 55 hours in 1 week pushed me to the edge. I was ready to break. My back and neck hurt from sitting so long. Now, I did stand up from time to time. Sleep became somewhat optional, and meals were my only rest time. Still, the result was worth it. The book became sharper, more focused, and far more cohesive than before. Now, experience does not make editing easier. It only raises your standards. Every strong book demands time, focus, and the willingness to rebuild what doesn't work. You've already heard what ProWritingAid can do for you. I've used it through every stage of my editing process to handle grammar, spelling, clarity, style, and pacing. The real-time report gives instant feedback, while the advanced reports help you see your manuscript from a broader perspective. You can get started for free today by visiting dalelinks.com/stressfreepwa. The free plan includes the essential editing tools that will keep your writing clean and consistent. If you decide to upgrade, premium subscribers get complete access to every feature, including integrations with Word, Scrivener, and Google Docs. They also receive discounts on credits for the manuscript analysis and virtual beta reader reports, which go even deeper into structure, tone, and reader experience. And if you don't have a book ready to edit yet, let's change that. This November, ProWritingAid is hosting their first annual event called Novel November. It's a free global writing challenge where thousands of authors set out to write 50,000 words in 30 days. You'll get live workshops, writing sprints, and advice from best-selling authors around the world. Whether you finish 5,000 words or all 50,000, you'll have a community cheering you on every step of the way. Now, after the challenge ends, you'll also get access to free advice on how to edit, publish, and market your book throughout December. Visit dalelinks.com/navnav for more details. You still have time to join the challenge and take part in free expert workshops and daily writing sprints to make real progress on your story before November 30th. Now, when I finished the first book, I had just enough energy to feel confident heading into the next one. Keywords for books had always felt more complex, and I expected a complete overhaul. Now, what I found instead was a solid foundation that only needed minor updates and rewrites. This book started just under 19,000 words. The bones held up well, but my craft had improved and I needed to bring the writing up to my current standard, as I'd mentioned before. I began the process the same way, running the real-time report in ProWritingAid under the general nonfiction setting. It caught about 500 issues, mostly overused words, unclear transitions, and a few long sentences that slowed the rhythm. Par for course. Now, unlike the first book, I didn't just fix what the report flagged. I used it as a framework for a deeper edit. I moved paragraph by paragraph, checking tone, phrasing, and logical flow. Every time I made a change, I read that section aloud to test for clarity. That process took over 21 and a half hours across 2 days. Now, once that stage was complete, I ran the manuscript analysis report. Compared to the first book, this report showed a noticeable improvement across nearly every category. The analysis praised the structure for its consistent pacing and clear organization. It highlighted strong readability scores and fewer tonal shifts than the earlier manuscript. Now, under major concerns, it flagged mild repetition in certain sections and a few paragraphs that carried more weight than they needed. Those were easy fixes. I tightened transitions, trimmed redundant examples, and smoothed out the flow between related topics. That final cleanup took about an hour and a half. Because Jeannie was still working on my first book, I turned to another editor, Ava Fales. Now, she had edited the first editions of these books, so I trusted her instincts and judgment. The timing worked perfectly. She was available and delivered a complete edit within a day. Ava's notes were concise and practical. She spotted a few small style inconsistencies and recommended tightening the language in a couple of the sections. Her feedback took me less than an hour to apply, so it wasn't too much time. Now, at that point, I was close enough to the finish line. I ran another quick real-time report through ProWritingAid, which surfaced another 200 minor issues. That pass took about 30 minutes. I followed that with the virtual beta reader report. Now, the report praised the book's overall tone and accessibility. Now, reader engagement remained steady from start to finish, and the conversational style made complex ideas easier to follow. Feedback also highlighted strong logical progression between chapters with clear transitions that guided readers naturally through each concept. Now, the report did identify minor pacing dips in sections with back-to-back examples and long passages of data. A few paragraphs also ran long without enough variation in sentence structure, which slowed the read down. Based on that feedback, I trimmed several sections, broke up the heavier paragraphs, and tightened transitions to maintain flow. That last polish took about 30 minutes. The total time for editing keywords for books came to about 24 hours and ended at just over 18,000 words. So I didn't lose too much there. That included every pass, every report, and every adjustment. If you compare the two projects, the first book demanded a complete rebuild while the second required refinement. I expected marketing and promotion for authors to be an easy update and keywords for books to be the grind. The opposite happened, and that experience proved that editing does not always mean starting over. Sometimes the structure is solid, and all you need is a careful hand and the right tools to bring the work up to its full potential. By the end of those 2 days, I had 2 finished books and a body that felt like it went through a prize fight. The experience taught me a lot about what to do and what not to do. Number 1, never cram 2 full edits into 10 days. That was just reckless, and I would never recommend it to anyone. Number 2, give yourself at least 3 months for rewrites and edits. A slower pace gives you room to breathe and think, not feel so stressed, because I'm going to tell you that. There was a lot of a mental game of trying to get through all this as I'm grinding it out. I'm kind of going, oh my gosh. Give me about a few months, this would have been a better story. Number 3, protect your health, folks. Back and neck pain are real when you live in a chair for 16 hours straight. Now, I'm fortunate that I have an adjustable standing desk, so I could mix it up every hour or so. Number 4, plan daily goals instead of counting on adrenaline. Small, consistent progress beats all-nighters every time. Number 5, keep writing and editing separate. When you mix them, both suffer. Number 6, have more than one editor lined up, but don't assume they'll both be available. I was lucky both times, and that's rare. Normally, I have to reserve time with them at least a month or more in advance. Shout out to Jeannie and Ava. I appreciate both of you. Number 7, use your tools wisely. ProWritingAid saved me from wasting hours on problems my editor didn't need to touch. Software caught issues early, provided clear direction, and helped me hand off a cleaner, stronger manuscript. No other tool handles that process as efficiently. I made this harder than it needed to be. With better planning, I could have spread the work over a few months, kept my sanity, and spared myself a lot of pain. But I'm not perfect. I make mistakes like any other author out there does. Remember the manuscript analysis report? Check out this next video where Joe from ProWritingAid walks through how to run one in real time. You'll see exactly how to use the same report I relied on to finish both of my books. I'll see you there.